Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Been a bit of a random day today. I did a beer review earlier and was sort of waiting around to see what Adam from Mersey Beers was doing because we're going to do a beer together. And I think he must have went to sleep because I haven't heard from him. So I just had some lunch, been chilling with the dogs, and then I'm like, well, stuff it. I'll do another beer review. So I'm going to do a mountain culture beer. I've obviously been sitting on a few for a while because I had that Advent box. Yeah, this one I've had before. Really good beer, so I thought it deserves to be reviewed on the channel. It's an oat cream IPA at 6.5%. Awesome can work. And yeah, it's called Awesome Sauce, which I reckon's an awesome name. I've got the little delicate mountain culture glass this time. Cool glass, that one. Let's get into it. So yeah, I've only had the one beer so far. It was just a fruit sour, so yeah, I don't even feel like I've had anything. Yeah, I had some lunch, bit of spice. It was good. I ordered a Subway. I got as spicy as possible. I went like spicy meatballs, jalapenos. Yeah, like the two hottest sauces and all the salads. So color doesn't look right on the camera, but it's like a sort of like a lighter orange, but it's pretty bright. Looks darker in the camera. The head is a fluffy white three finger. Body, I would say medium to full. It's got a bit of thickness to it. Hey, Brandon, good to see you, brother. And yeah, let's go a whiff. So yeah, if I have a couple of beers to Savo, it's okay, but I just can't go till late because I start extremely early on Mondays. When I do morning shift, I have to get up at like 3 in the morning. Oh, it smells so good. I'll read what it says on the back, but it's like real creamy and just packed full of like fruit. Coming at you from Planet Awesome on the outer arm of the fuck yeah galaxy comes Awesome Sauce, an oat cream IPA that lands totally radical 1080s on a modified BMX while flipping the bird to the cops. Put this sauce with anything and it will make it better. Dinner better, camping better, work meetings better. It has mosaic hops, it has Sabro hops. It tastes like mangoes and coconuts. That's mango, which we will know is the most awesome fruit, and coconut, which is the most awesome. But now it's hard to read. I just looked it up, and apparently a coconut isn't a nut; it's a druple. I think it says, or a droop. Yeah, I don't know. A drupe is a fleshy skinned fruit, apparently with a central nut. It's kind of related to a peach or an apricot, which is totally awesome. Yeah, stone fruit sort of thing. Yeah, let's get into it. Watching the Maggie's game. Nah, I don't know. I've lost interest in the footy now. I just don't give a shit about it anymore. When your team's meant to be decent because they've got a good list and they're playing average and just dishing up shit every week. Like I will tune in every now and then, but yeah, I just don't have the passion that I normally do. So let's go a whiff. Oh, the coconut is so good. So I get like mango, orange, like tangerine and coconut. Maybe even a touch of like berry as well. Yeah. Thing that annoyed me though, dude, is like I've been a member for over 20 years. And the one time where I could go to a grand final and see my team win, and it's over in fucking Perth and we're locked down. I'm so pissed off about that. And like, I honestly thought we were going to be a dominant team for like years because we were so good that year. And they've just, yeah, I reckon they've fucked it off field. All the shit that was going down with like Clayton Oliver, and yeah, it's a shame. That's why I'm so angry about it, and I just lose interest. Really? Shit. There must be some hatred for him. I watched an episode of I think it was Spanian, and he went to like retrace his family history, and one of the areas he was like, I think his grandma was from, was like in the area where Conor McGregor's pub is. And yeah, he went and sat down there and had a meal and one of the beers and stuff, and looked like a pretty cool place. I know there's like some hate for Connor because of some of his shit he's got up to. Who knows what's really happened, but yeah, I was always a fan of him. And yeah, apologies for last night too, Steve. Joey was just, I think he just had way too much to smoke and he was carrying on like a fuckwit. So that's why I ended it the way I did. He's normally really good, like he's a mate and everything, but yeah, he was out of hand last night. I couldn't be bothered with him. I just remember seeing one of your comments, this guy's annoying, and it's like, yeah, he was. I know that you were there at the time. I couldn't remember who else, but yeah, I just thought I better let you know what's going on. Yeah, you just come in like out of nowhere carrying on. Yeah, exactly. Brett's a decent bloke. Brett's been through a lot of shit lately, so that's why it made me feel even bad, a lot worse. Because it's like you don't, if someone's like going through a lot of shit, you don't want to fucking get stuck into them and in their face because yeah, it can like set them off. But yeah, I just thought it was best just to end it because I could just see it getting worse and worse. Cheers, Evie. Good to see you all again. It's a good thing about yeah, like I feel like now it doesn't matter what time I go live. I've always got a few people around. For a while there, I didn't have many Aussies, so if I go live at a time that suited me, it was like really quiet. But yeah, let's get into this beer anyway. So yeah, as I said, on the smell, very coconut forward, very creamy. Yeah, I'd say it'd have lactose in it, so it's sort of got that milky, creamy coconut thing going on. And then yeah, it's like pineapple, berry, but yeah, mainly like citrus fruit, like orange, tangerine, mango. Mango's sort of tropical as well. I haven't seen it yet. I have got a copy of it, so I might watch that tonight. Actually, you've reminded me. So yeah, don't spoil anything because I want to see it. Cheers, guys. And yeah, if you've just joined, that's the can artwork and the name. It's got to be one of the best names for a beer. So for those of you that know the short straw is in Juzzy, this is one of the first craft beers I introduced him to that night when we met. And yeah, I remember he just sculled it and he goes, "Oh, I want about 10 of those." I think I don't know. I think he was just he might have had a tough week and he'd smoked too much. He smokes all the time, but I think he was just at a level last night where he just had way too much. And yeah, he was just some of his comments are a bit out of line and he was starting to get a bit aggressive towards Brett. So yeah, I thought I'm gonna shut it off. And it was like all the shit he was saying about Brett, it's like he was saying that I knew about it, and like I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. So it was starting to anger me. And then, like at one stage, he goes, "Oh, you know all about it because you're up there with him over in England." I'm like, "I'm in Australia, you fuckwit." It just got to that stage. I'm like, "Nah, I'm done." And I think the thing that annoyed me as well is I was going to go to bed and they were like egging me on to do another stream. Like I was happy to do another beer, but then he kept going missing all the time and then carrying on like an idiot. So like it sort of annoyed me that I wasted like another hour where I could have just went to bed. But oh well, everyone has their days. Yeah, the artwork's unreal. Yeah. He's one of my favourites. I'm always quoting his shit. But yeah, I didn't want any of you guys to think that sort of that carry on was the sort of thing that goes on all the time. I think those of you that watch, you probably know what I'm like, and you would have known that I was getting annoyed. I don't ever just fucking cut streams off like that. It's only ever happened a few times. But yeah, I normally say what I think too. So yeah, when shit gets out of hand, I'll get pretty angry. Yeah, that'd be unreal. It's Rudy Magazine Day. It's too damn hot for a penguin to be just walking around. I gotta take him back to the North Pole or something. So yeah, just imagine having a citrus smoothie and it's got a heap of coconut in it. That's what this beer tastes like. Very refreshing. Yeah, I remember when Happy Gilmore first come out because, like, I'm obviously a huge comedy fan, and like, I love when comedies mix with, like, I love sports movies and music movies as well. So when it's a combination of like sport and comedy, and just yeah, Sandler's so good at it with all like his voices and body language and shit. I just thought it was like one of the greatest movies I've ever seen when it first came out. Like I even remember where I was at the time and who I was watching it with. It was bloody years ago. I'm the water boy. That is some high quality H2O. I haven't seen Longest Yard for a while. I might have to rewatch that one. Bulletproof's another good one. Um, what's the one where he's got the little kid in the apartment? That's good. He's got so many awesome movies. I'm a big like as far as comedy goes and that those sort of like movies back in those days. I liked him, Jim Carrey, and yeah, Will Ferrell sort of a bit later on. Yeah, Big Daddy. Big Daddy's not as like comical, but it's sort of a feel-good movie as well. The little kid does a good job. So has anyone done anything exciting today? Or just chilling at home? The weather's shit here. It's like just started bucketing down raining again. Saturday Night Live crew, yeah. Yeah, I reckon Will Ferrell and that John C. Reilly, they pair up really well. And Sandler's always good when he's hanging around with like Rob Schneider or who's the other guy? Is it Kevin James? Yeah. Let's get some more of this sauce. You can do it. Yeah. It smells like you know how suntan lotion quite often has that coconut smell. It smells like real good quality suntan lotion. Woo wee. So yeah, the beer I was gonna do with my mate in England, it's called Chubble's X, and it was like I think it was like 12% or something. So I would have been pretty hammered afterwards. We're gonna do it at some stage, but it's that damn poop again. Don't put it up. Don't put it out with your boots, Stan. He called this shit poop. Yeah, that would have been cool. I don't think I've seen it. Cheers, Truey. Good to see you. Good hanging out with you the other night. Or morning, shall I say. You on it today? I slept in this morning, so I haven't drank with any of the English guys like I normally do. Um, Me and Adam were going to review a beer together, but then I think he fell asleep. Yeah, see, I need to see them again. I only sort of seen them once, and that was it, I think. Oh, yeah, cool. So I remember you saying you were going to London. Oh, God. I can't be fucked getting up at fucking 3 a.m. tomorrow. So that's what sucks when I go from afternoon shift to morning shift, it feels like my weekend just goes way too quick because I don't get home from work Friday night till pretty late. And then I have to get up so damn early, like Monday morning. So yeah, the Sunday just goes good boy. Make the most of it. Is it one of those ones where they have everything sort of there in like the buffet sort of style, and you just go and grab as much as you want? I had one of them at the last place, or not the last place I stayed at, the second last place I stayed at. and I fucking slept in. I've still got the card though, so I'm hoping one time I'm in Melbourne, if I'm there early and I'm hungry, I'm just gonna go and try and use the card, even though I'm not staying there. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a good night to watch Happy Gilmore too, because it's obviously cold and wet outside, so I won't be going out there. I do desperately need to do shopping, but I can't be fucked. I'm thinking I might just do like an online shop and get it delivered because I'm on mornings tomorrow. I'll just get them to drop it off in the afternoon. Yeah, it's good that. How bad is it though when you have like like you'll be staying in a hotel and you're barely there because you're out on the lash somewhere, and you'll get in at stupid o'clock like 3 or 4 in the morning, and you end up you end up going to bed absolutely lit, sleep right until the time you got to check out, and then you're like you don't even have time to fucking have a decent shower or anything, and then they're like rushing you out of there. I love when you stay at places and they don't really care. Like like there'd be times I'll be talking to housekeeping staff and I'm like, oh, I'm just running a bit late. Is it okay if I sort of just take my time and have a shower? And they're like, yeah, go for it. We've got plenty of rooms to clean. That's when it's like cool. But when they're ringing your phone at like 10:01 and going, okay, you need to check out, it's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I can this week, mate. I just couldn't do it last week because of the time I was working. Yeah, fucking oath. Savages. Yeah, you just see how selfish people can really be. See, I've always worked at actually when I was a kid I worked at a department store for my first job. So I seen a lot of people in a company then, but most jobs I've had since then it's been a smaller business, so only sort of handful of staff. But where I work now, there's heaps of people, and it's in a different town to where I grew up and that. And I've just never seen so much selfishness. Like I've always considered myself pretty selfless, and I think of others before myself. But in this environment I work in now, there's people that would like, I reckon they'd climb over their own injured sibling or best friend just to get a $5 note. Like it's fucking disgraceful. They'll give out like I don't know. Every now and then, the company might give out sort of merchandise or food or some sort of rewards, and there's people that are just fucking. They're like savages. They'll grab like you're only meant to grab like one thing, and they'll be there like loading up, and it's like, what about everyone else that works here? You fuckheads. Jesus. That's a shock. We are playing a pretty average team, though, let's be honest. Who's the Pies playing? I can't remember who you guys had. And who's your current favourite player, Brandon? I reckon if I was a Pies supporter, my current favourite would probably be. I've always been a side bottom fan. I like Jamie Elliott as well. But yeah, my favourite D's players. I've always been a Jack Viney fan. He's like the heart and soul, sort of underrated, I reckon. He's just had a lot of injury troubles. But yeah, obviously I love track and Gorney. Bitchmond. Yeah, that's always a big rivalry. Both got huge fan bases. Yeah, they still have like some pubs might have them, Evie. You do get the occasional hotels where they'll still have buffets where it's all you can eat, but it's not as cheap as what it used to be. Like back in the day, it used to be like you'd pay like $10 all you can eat, and it'd be just absolute savages. Pizza Hut stores used to be all you can eat. Um, I think in Geelong they had a smorgies that was all you could eat. That was probably about $20 though. Good old smorgies. I think smorgies was in some Melbourne suburbs as well. I don't know if Sizzler was all you can eat. But yeah, Smorgies, Sizzler, all those places, they're all sort of long gone there. You don't see any of those chains anymore. On TJ's stream, I brought him up a couple of times and we were laughing about it. The nostalgia of some of these old stores. Delightful beer, this. It's so weird, but yeah, coconut just goes really well in this style of beer. Just gives it a real like tropical feel. Yeah, actually, yeah. I didn't even think of the Dacos boys. Obviously, I should because they're superstars. But I think because I tend to like people that aren't liked by everyone else. So like just about everyone had Nick Dacos as their favourite player. So therefore, I don't think he'd be mine if I was a Pies supporter. But yeah, he's an absolute gun. Pendles, yeah. How many games has Pendles played? Fucking insane. Yep. Yeah, 400 plus. It's cool to think too that he sort of come from like a basketball background. Seems to be the thing with a lot of midfielders these days. A lot of them have like basketball backgrounds, and a lot of them are a lot bigger than they used to be, like taller. Like someone like Paddy Cripps, he would have been a ruckman back about 40 years ago. He's just like a normal midfielder. Yep. A good call. You'll definitely be hard to beat at the end of the year. It's weird how last year's went so shit. Seems to be a thing though. Teams often get these hangovers after winning a flag. Yeah, I'm assuming that's probably the team you hate the most. So yeah, next week, guys, because I'm on morning shift, I'll generally get home at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So like I might be doing some beer reviews, sort of, I don't know, in between sort of that and dinner time. So if anyone's sort of around at like, yeah, maybe like 5 in the arvo or something, I might be doing beer review. Just maybe 1 or 2 a day. See how we go. I've got to get some new supplies. I haven't bought any new beers for a while. I had a heap in my fridge, so I've just been getting through them. But yeah, I'm putting in an order through Carwin Cellars. I'll probably finish that up today, and then yeah, don't know what else I'm gonna get. But yeah, it'll be good watching Happy Gilmore tonight, and then hopefully some other people at work have watched it and can sort of discuss what our thoughts are. Yeah, I think my mate got me because I haven't got Netflix at the moment. Just for a while there, I just got sick of all of the subscriptions I had, and I pissed a heap of them off because I wasn't using them. And yeah, and then I was like, fuck, I wanted to see Ricky Gervais's last comedy, and also yeah, like Happy Gilmore too when it come out. So yeah, the mate yesterday's sent me links for both of them. One of my mates, like in the States, that's been doing YouTube for quite a while. Um, yeah, he was saying how he just hit the 600 subscribers. And I was like, ooh, I'm starting to catch him. Yeah, I think the last time I looked, I think I was on 589. Yeah. Anything Ricky Gervais brings out, I'm a massive fan. I just think he's a genius. Like, not only is he funny, but I actually think he's like quite intelligent, and he's actually a better actor than what he thinks. So yeah, huge fan. And anything that Carl Pilkington's in is awesome. Carl's just like naturally funny because he's so odd. Like he's not even trying to be funny, but he's just so weird and has such odd thoughts that it makes him funny. That Idiot Abroad was so cool to watch. I wish he'd do more of it. It's like he doesn't really like the limelight. But yeah, it's like all he's doing is traveling around the world and sharing his thoughts, and he's getting paid like fucking millions of dollars. It'd be like perfect job. But yeah, he just doesn't really care about the limelight or the fame or anything. Yeah, I like them both, but because I was into the original before the US one even started, so I always feel with American shows they carry them on too much. That's one thing that was great with Ricky Gervais is he'll start a TV series, and just as you're getting into it and really enjoying it, he'll finish it, and then that's it. He doesn't keep fucking bringing out more and more episodes, and it's just repetitive, and people get sick of the same old shit. The Americans get a bit greedy, and they'll bring out a show like Lost, and then it's got about 500,000 episodes. I've got to watch Better Call Saul because yeah, I was a huge Breaking Bad fan, and I haven't seen any of Saul. So, but yeah, I think ever since I mean, I've always watched a lot of YouTube, but now that I have a channel and always connecting with others and on panels and stuff, I don't tend to watch much like many TV shows or movies. I'll have particular people I follow on YouTube, and whenever they bring a new video out, I'll watch it. And yeah, it's sort of like all I've got time for. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favourite shows of all time. I've got the DVD box set of it, so every now and then I just pull it out and bust out particular episodes. It's good though, going from start to finish, just watching a few episodes a night and getting through the whole series. When I lived in my hometown just before I moved, I lived with a couple of mates, and just every night after work, when we'd be just chilling, we'd chuck on a few episodes of Seinfeld, and yeah, it was just a cool thing to do. We'd all worked hard during the days and come home and be exhausted, and before we'd have dinner or whatever, we'd just have a beer and watch some Seinfeld epics. I don't mind horror, but to be honest, I just don't watch much of it. Like, I wouldn't even be able to tell you what sort of popular horror movies have come out recently. I'd have no idea. I think horror's like, I've found when I've been in relationships, horror's sort of good to watch with your partner, and like, yeah, just that that sort of like eerie watching a horror in the dark sort of thing, like with your partner. It's just something sort of funny to do. Seinfeld. I do enjoy. I did like Friends as well, but yeah, Seinfeld's awesome. I used to have the biggest crush on buddy Jennifer Aniston when Friends first started. And another one I didn't mind is Everybody Loves Raymond. When you go back and watch some of those like shows, it's quite funny. Yeah. Yeah, see, if I was to say my favourite shows of all time, it'd be Seinfeld and then pretty much everything Gervais has done. I liked Californication. Um, I don't know, I just thought his character was awesome. He's living a pretty fucking adventurous life. Yeah, I loved Breaking Bad. I mean, there's been plenty of good shows over the years, but they're just sort of memorable ones that stand out. Yeah, I haven't seen much of his stuff. He's quite political, which sometimes gets a bit annoying. I don't know if anyone knows Nick Capper, the Aussie comedian. He's sort of got like red curly hair. He's actually a mate of mine. We met through beer, funnily enough, because yeah, he's into his craft beers as well. So there's been a few events we've been at together and got on the drinks a fair bit. Yeah, real good dude. Check out the Shield. Yep, I have heard of it, but yeah, haven't seen it. Yeah, one thing that Kappa did that was awesome recently is yeah, he went through cancer, so he did a comedy show about his cancer and stuff, and yeah, it was really good. He's just sort of real silly, like naturally silly, just always fucking around. But yeah, score for this one, I reckon I'd say a 4-6. I think it's like top notch. Like it's sort of voyaging up to that like elite quality, and I think it's mainly just due to the hop combo and the like awesome mouthfeel. It's like real smooth and creamy, and just that coconut from the Sabro hop, so good. Oh yeah, Carl Barron, fuck yeah, yeah. I went the last time I seen him was in my hometown. He's fucking awesome. I reckon David Strasman would be pretty funny too, the ventriloquist with all the different um yeah, what puppet things he has. He's got like Chuck, and then he's got Teddy Bear, and he's got like an alien, and yeah, it's pretty funny and pretty clever when they can do that. But yeah, like you can definitely see what I mean when I say like when I do beer reviews or just talk about anything. It's just good to like yeah, just chill with people and just go wherever the conversation leads us. Paps Blue Ribbon. Yep. Yeah, I haven't had that for a while. Ooh. There's quite a few out there. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot during the pandemic that sort of had me thinking a lot. But yeah, just off the top of my head, I can't sort of think of anything. I definitely think though with the pandemic, a lot of the shit was like set up, and I'm still extremely angry that I had to um, get the jab. I was pretty much backed up into a corner and couldn't avoid it. Yeah, it's expensive. See, I don't think I could even find it anywhere near where I live. Actually, you've given me an idea, Brandon. I might have to review one. Next time I see it, I'll grab one. Yeah, that's another one. I always joke about it and say that I reckon they landed in the desert in Australia. Or one, yeah, they didn't even land. They just set up there. Where do you get your shit from, dude? Yeah, the old moon landing. There's a lot to do with 9/11 as well. Who knows what the fuck goes on with a lot of this shit. There's also now, like, I've read quite a few or sort of thought about myself as the Port Arthur massacre. There's a lot to do with that. But yeah, well, yeah, you got definitely when it comes to some of those world disasters, you've got to be so careful. Just even talking about them, like who's around, because yeah, obviously some people can take huge offence to some of that shit. Used to get Budweiser and Coors, yeah, yeah. I reckon I'm going to wrap it up, boys and girls, and yeah, I might even go watch this movie. Um, I am sort of keen for another beer, but I've already done the two beer reviews today, and I did sort of two yesterday plus that hangout. So yeah, I don't want to go too overboard with videos. Don't want people to get sick of me. So yeah, as I said, I'm like huge fan of this beer. Where's the can again? I don't know where I put the can. There it is. So yeah, 4.6 out of 5. Like huge fan. I just think, yeah, like the Sabro hops is providing so much awesome flavour. Same with the mosaic. But yeah, if you love coconut, get into it. 6.5% oat cream IPA called Awesome Sauce. So yeah, thanks guys for chiming in. And yeah, I might watch some of the footy for sure. Bit of Happy Gilmore too, and then I'll at least I don't have to cook dinner tonight. I've got some leftovers. So cheers for chiming in again, peeps. Probably might see us tomorrow. Cheers.